What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Death of the Asia, the You Can't Whoop Me edition. When y'all get in here, go ahead and like the video, share the video, make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Tonight is going down. We're going to be talking about the verses that happened last night between 3-6 Mafia and Bone Thugs and Harmony. It seemed like they was finna rumble in that hole, so we really got to get into that. I have my brother James or Jay Heezy. I'm sorry. I have my brother Jay Heezy backstage, and he's gonna be joining me so we could cover the verses that happened last night. So when y'all get in here, go ahead and get y'all a drink, y'all smoke or whatever, and just chill out with us and vibe with us. I'm gonna bring Jay Heezy on real quick. These people with these goddamn aliases and shit. Hold on now. I'm sorry. Hey, Jay Heezy.
Yeah. It's all good. Everybody know what it is. It's James, Jay Heezy, whatever. Okay. What's going on? You all right?
Nothing much. How you doing tonight?
Oh, man, I'm all good. Just, happy to be on Desk of the Asia. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And this
the huge, best, you know what I mean?
This the best part, the You Can't Whoop Me edition. So, did you get into the, did you watch the verses last night?
Yeah, for sure. I watched it. From the beginning to the end, pretty much.
Yeah. I'm gonna say something that a lot of people probably get mad at me about, but the way that Bone Thugs and Harmony came in, like they first song and stuff, it was just like real weak to me. I was just like, y'all finna do a battle, and this is what you come with. Like they first song, it was real weak. It kind of like set the tone for them to actually get taunted. To be honest with you, because like if you notice, like through they was poking fun at each other and everything at first, right. And then when they went ahead and did they song, it was like, okay, this week is hell. So now I'm really finna fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Right. And so 3-6 was really taunting them a lot throughout that show.
I mean, that's how it go. I agree with you. They start off slow. I wasn't really mad at their first song selection, that No Surrender. I think that kind of set it. You're right, it set the tone. But to me, it was kind of hard because I kind of like that song. I don't really like Bone that much, but I mean, it was the only other song they could have came with was For the Love of Money. I think coming out, you know what I mean. But yeah. You're right, they came out slow, so you know what I mean. It was what it was. You know, it's just like a fight. You know what I mean? Just like a heavyweight fight.
So look, we finna go ahead and get into what these people came here for, because 3-6 Mafia was about to beat the brakes off of Bone Thugs and Harmony. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show y'all the video. If y'all haven't watched the verses yet or whatever, I do have the video clip of when the fight was finna break out, and I'm gonna tell y'all what I think about it. Then I'm gonna let you tell me what you think about it. But Bone Thugs, them, they were about to get their ass whooped out there wherever they was. They was in LA, right?
They was in LA. LA. I don't know, but I hear you.
So hold on, let me see. I got this clip. One moment.
Hey, before we even get started, you ugly motherfuckers ain't finna be mocking me while I'm on motherfucking stage. Like straight the fuck up.
Nigga, suck my dick.
And gangsta boo.
Suck my dick. What the fuck?
You're a hater. Bizzy Bone, you're a hater. You must didn't take your pills. You weirdo ass nigga. Fuck wrong with you, bitch ass nigga. Bizzy Bone a hater. Sissy ass nigga, what the fuck wrong with you?
Why y'all do this shit, man?
I didn't know they were losing. Hey, Bizzy Bone gonna ruin y'all career. Y'all better without him. Fuck him. He didn't take his pills. Boom, Bizzy Bone, y'all. He fucked up the show.
That's why the nigga ain't been in the group.
No, we gonna get this together.
Damn, we supposed to know.
Oh wow, it went down. I didn't think they was finna do all that.
I didn't either. This is
what you think about what do you think about that brawl, because you know the internet is kind of divided on whether or not they feel like, you know, Bizzy Bone, he was, I don't want to be offensive, but you know, like pretty much, I'm gonna just say my shit like I say my shit. I be
Good,
trying
you
not to
know.
be offensive, but I
Hey,
don't be knowing the other words.
you know what it is.
So, what do you feel about the brawl? Because a lot of people were saying that Bizzy Bone was acting like a bitch.
Like I said before the goddamn verses even started, them the type of niggas that grew up with kitchen sets. You know what I mean? When they was little boys. But no, on the real though, that's my angle too. You know what I'm saying? That's how it started. You know what I mean? Bone, you know, he got mad because they was mocking him. They was mocking their little temptation routine. You know, them niggas looking at like they at the corner store. You know what I mean? Lazy Bone singing with the mic in his hand. Them niggas, they was looking stupid. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, of course, you know, niggas from the hood, we gonna laugh and, you know, make fun of, you know what I mean? So he got mad about it. The other niggas ain't get mad. You know what I mean? He was just, he a little fragile, I guess, with it. So, yeah, that's pretty much my angle too on how it started. Now, the aftermath, you know, him throwing the bottle. I mean, you know, Juicy with the suck my dick thing. You know what I mean? Of course, you gonna get that reaction. Bizzy did what he was supposed to do, and everybody else reacted accordingly, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? But the smooth thing was, ain't nobody get hurt, ain't nobody really get touched. So, and it moved on. You know what I mean?
Yes. So you feel like Bizzy did right when he threw the bottle because of what Juicy said?
He had to do something. Either he was gonna throw the bottle, he was gonna swing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He had to do something. He couldn't just be like, you know what I mean? Even though, you know, it kind of started off him, you know, being soft, you know what I'm saying? You know, as a man, you can't really take that, you know what I mean? And just let that slide, no matter what. If you started it or not, you know?
Yeah. You know, this might be a very unpopular opinion when it comes to the brawl that happened at the verses between Bone Thugs and Harmony and 3 6 Mafia. A lot of people blame Bizzy Bone for the brawl.
Yeah.
I really blame Gangsta Boo for the brawl. I
See,
feel
I
like
don't get it. I don't get it. But go ahead. Because I
you
saw
don't get
somebody
it.
else say that too. But go ahead.
So this is my thing with it. I feel like Gangsta Boo was doing way too much from the beginning. She was all in those men's face, having something to say. It's different when, you know, you got this group of guys, you got this other group of guys. It's different when the men are kind of going back and forth with each other and, you know, having that playful banter and, you know, talking to each other crazy. I feel like they could take it a little bit better when it's, you know, amongst the guys. But once the women get involved with it, I think a lot of the pride and ego seep in too, because they don't want to look a certain type of way in front of a woman. And then also, men are not just comfortable with a woman talking to them crazy anyway, you know. So that the way that they look at it, it'd be a little bit different. You get what I'm saying? And the thing is, if the guys have pretty much welcomed her into the boys club,
Right.
you know, if they welcome her into the boys club, then if they're having fun with each other and she decides to jump in and she decides to have something to say, then she gotta deal with it. She can't then turn around and be like, oh, because you remember, I think it was Lazy or Bizzy. One of them had said something. I think it was Lazy had said something like, I'm gonna get your ass or something like that. He had said, and then Gangsta Boo was like, oh, you gonna say that to a girl? So now you want to drop the woman card, you know, and make it seem like he a bitch ass nigga for saying that to you when you're in these men's face antagonizing them. This is hip hop, you know what I'm saying? It's a rough sport, and you want to be a part of it when they react to it. Now all of a sudden you try to play with the manhood or whatever, or make it seem like, you know, you could be able to say whatever it is that you want to, but they can't play back with you.
Well, you know, like you said, you know, I ain't really see it like that. I had to go back and watch the first little few minutes. You know what I mean? Because I ain't really see her instigate too much like that. But I ain't really pay attention to that at that time. You know
yeah,
I mean?
she was instigating it because she had made that whole speech. You know, she was the first one to give that speech about, you know, how you ain't gonna talk to me crazy. I'm a lady and all this old kind of stuff. She first went at it. So my thing was this. That right there, her energy and all that she was doing, she was the one really to me doing way too much. Just from me sitting looking at it. Now, when they had got over to that side and Bizzy Bone them was rapping and 3-6 Mafia was dancing or they was taunting them or whatever the case may be. And now when Juicy, when Bizzy Bone said what it is that he said, and he was like, hold on, we ain't finna do this. Y'all ugly ass niggas not finna mock me while I'm performing or whatever. When he said that, okay, that's cool. We could have fun like that, make those jokes or whatever the case may be. Here come Juicy with the being extra, shut the fuck up, and suck my dick and all this old kind of stuff. That ain't gonna, like you said, that ain't gonna rise. So, I can't really too much at that particular time.
Right. At that time,
y'all took it to a whole nother level because really and truly, I only feel like people are saying that Bizzy was soft because, we know Bizzy background. Because if you look at the situation and what was happening, Bizzy really wasn't doing nothing. Now he was doing stuff in the back. You could tell that it was something going on in the back because of what Swiss Beats was, the kind of stuff he was putting in the comments on IG. But when you look at what's going on the stage, Bizzy really wasn't fucking with them. It was lazy and it was more so. I think it was like lazy and flesh, like really interacting with them more. I ain't see nothing where Bizzy really was having a back and forth or anything.
But see, them. That's what kind of caused the tension, and even he said that. I don't know if you watched his little rant today. He did a little rant video today when he was up laying in the hotel bed. But because when it started out, you seen how they came together when it first started. Everybody dapping up. You seen Bizzy was over there, pretty much like this. You know what I'm saying? Like. You seen what he was saying before it started, talking about the devil worship and shit. You're going to have to denounce Satan and all that. So the tension was already there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Gangsta Boo just played off the tension type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the tension, they got like, man, these people, man, 3-6 and Bone Thugs and Harmony have been beefing ever since I knew about both of them.
For 20
folks,
years.
When I learned about both of them, they was already in the beef.
For 20 years.
What I'm saying? These folks been beefing for ever. As soon as they touch the mic or something, it's just like, wow. So I didn't, like, to me, for Bizzy to be staying non-fish or whatever, that was real to me because my nigga had the same energy. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
we've been on the internet. We've been going back and forth. We've been beefing for 20 plus years.
Sure.
I don't fuck with you. So I'm posted up in the corner. So I can't really get mad at that man for not.
I don't think nobody was really mad about it. It was just the kind of the first little throw in the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? It was just after he grabbed the mic, like, hold on, cut this mic off. Then you know what I mean? That's when everything escalated. That's what I mean, my opinion.
Yeah, I'm a really it looked like Bone Thugs and Harmony was really finna get the brakes beat off of them or whatever, but I don't feel like
what about
the blame should be on their end.
So what about that part? Why you say that? Why you say they was about to get the brakes?
Man, listen. Hey man, I'm talking about Memphis niggas in the building, you hear me? So I'm telling you about the cap, I'm talking about everybody in that joint. I'm talking about the whole Memphis in that joint. These folks not finna win. What Cleveland finna do with us? What's some Cleveland niggas finna do with some Memphis niggas?
On their second home turf though. That's their second home, LA, right?
It don't matter. The crowd can't finna jump on the stage and do nothing. You know what I'm talking about? Like, and then when you see what actually happened, man, Juicy J, that man came out there. Bing, bing, he tried to get him on real quick. Juicy J said.
it was real short and kind of slow. You know what I'm saying? Right.
He couldn't even get his jab out. Man, I'm gonna tell you what was so funny though. During that fight that brought at the Verzuz between Bone Thugs and Harmony and 3-6 Mafia, the funniest part to me is when they all started to go down. The first person to step was DJ Paul. I'm talking about DJ Paul was the first one to jump outside his comfort zone.
He was the first one.
And I said, man, what this man here finna do with this Man got one arm and the other one on the kickstand. I said, man, what is you doing, man? I'm telling you something. DJ Paul might be dangerous as fuck with that scarf he be having on. He might rap a nigga real quick.
I'm talking about because he be holding it like it's a weapon, like it's a noodle touch or something.
It's long enough. He might Petey Pablo that thing, whip it around his head and lasso him.
Hey, he done had that motherfucker all his life, so you know what I mean. He good with that motherfucker. Like
he probably know what to do with it. Hey, look, them knuckles on that little hand might be strong than a bitch though.
Motherfuckers made out of steel.
Yeah. You might not want to get hit with one of them. When DJ Paul ran up there, it seemed like his adrenaline had rushed, but he kind of stopped himself and he remembered. You know what I'm saying? This little dangling arm ain't gonna get the job done. I might need to stand down. You broke up, Jane. Or Jay Heezy. I gotta call you Jay Heezy. So that was so crazy to me when that actually happened. I don't know if he's still on here. You froze up. You probably need to go out and come back in. Your little freeze screen, it don't look too bad or whatever the case may be. But while y'all on here, go ahead and like the video, share it. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now. Go ahead and do that. He back on or whatever. But yeah, man. Yeah, I really feel like you think Bone Thugs and Harmony would have been able to, beat the 666 Mafia?
Nah. Did you see how them niggas was looking? Them niggas was looking like some corner store winos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they really were.
Hey, they talking about 3-6 with some ugly motherfuckers. Yeah, they might be, but them motherfuckers, they was iced out. You know what I mean? Minked up. They might be some ugly motherfuckers, but they wasn't. You know what I mean? They wasn't wearing it. They wasn't wearing it like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but them niggas, you know what I mean? But no, I don't think them niggas. They ain't want to do nothing. Everybody else was in the back. Crazy. Rip was crazy at.
Crazy was on the stage. Crazy. You know what was crazy? No pun intended.
Yeah.
Was the fact that you would have thought, because Crazy is like what the leader of the group, basically. You know what I'm saying? You would have thought Crazy would have interacted more, but it was lazy. And then too, Crazy was just, you almost forgot that he was. I ain't noticed Crazy was there until Chameleonaire came out.
Me too. I'm like, I forgot all about him.
He wasn't even active. You know what I mean? And he had on it. He was the one in that different color jacket or whatever. So this is another thing that I want to talk about the verses. So we're gonna get all the action out. Then we'll get to who we thought won and all that.
Yeah.
Another thing that I really didn't like about the behavior of the guys at the verses. Lazy had got on my nerves doing the verses with Hypnotized Mind 3-6 Mafia. And Bone Thugs and Harmony. Lazy was doing too much. I really feel like Lazy was dick riding. No, for real. It seemed he was way too friendly. And some people were saying, they just trying to keep the peace and all that. But I feel like it's a way everybody want to say Bizzy was acting like a bitch. To me, it was lazy.
Hey, I get what you're saying. But like I said, somebody else say, it's always one nigga around that's like that. Keep the peace. Want to be cool with both sides. You know what I'm saying? He was there to kind of keep the peace. You know what I mean? And I get what you're saying, but I don't really look at it like that. I think the nigga was gone off the drinks and he was extra friendly and extra love. And you know what I mean? That's how niggas get when they get to drinking and shit too. You know what I mean?
Some Facebook user, if y'all on here and you want your name to be seen, you got to select the agreement or whatever. But some Facebook users say he was trying to smooth out the situation. You for real? Listen, I want people to understand when I say that I did not like Lazy's behavior. It's not the fact that I don't like peace. It's not me promoting violence or whatever the case may be. Too many of our great influencers and rap or whatever have died and met their demise due to foolishness. And it's just stuff that's unnecessary. Like when you really think about it and you get down to what the beef is about, the shit don't really be meaning nothing for real. I don't know. Now beef it ain't too many beefs that I know that has happened throughout the years that was about something for real. That just like, yeah, I can understand it. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So no, me saying that I take issue with Lazy has nothing to do with me having a problem with him keeping the peace. With anything that you do, there's always a way that you do it. You know, so it's like, yeah, you can just the simple fact of, you know what, they walked up to each other, because actually when you notice when they first came out, Bone them, they weren't really finna doubt up 3-6 them. They was kind of staying back. It took Juicy to walk over there. You know, they walked over there and shaking hands and all that or whatever, and they hugged and everything. You know what I'm saying? Everybody smiling. To me, that's just being a grown man about it. Hey, you know what I'm saying? What's up? Go ahead and show some love or whatever. Well, we know it ain't no smoke like that for real, but we finna have fun, and that's cool. Mm-hmm. That I can respect that. Lazy constantly, you know what I'm saying, up in Juicy face, talking about Juicy money. He gonna buy a beat, and it's okay for them to compliment or whatever the case may be. But he was putting too much. He was putting too much on it. You know what I'm saying? And it started feeling real groupie like.
I agree. I agree to that point. I agree. You know, he was, like you said, you know, oh man, I forgot about that one, man. That was, you know what I'm saying? That was one of the ones right there. Man, y'all motherfuckers got hits. You know what I'm saying? Almost admitting that they losing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And then if I was on his squad, I would have been like, man, shut your ass up. Man, back up. Yeah, man. Come on now. Like, you finna disarm us. Because to be honest, too, y'all still have to keep in mind, like, at the end of the day, you know, you don't shake it up and do all that until it's over to show sportsmanship. So my thing is, if you doing all of this in the middle of a battle, you disarming yourself for real. Like, they ain't over here doing all you doing all of this, you disarming yourself. And so like now it don't even make the competition that we're watching worth watching, because the idea that there is a rivalry and there is some type of issue that kind of intensifies it and make it something that we want to watch because of that. So like Jeezy and Gucci, for instance, these people got a legitimate beef. Like that stuff that happened between them, it was amazing that they were sitting down with each other. But guess what? Even though they sat down with each other and it was peaceful, they still kept a certain boundary
until the end.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so that's the type of thing that I'm talking about. If that makes sense.
No. Yeah, it definitely makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I definitely get your point. Like I said, I don't think you promoting violence and no shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers like to purposely miss the point. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. to try to prove their point. But I get it.
Yeah, people be committed to misunderstanding. That's all.
Exactly. I get that.
So aside from the fight, man, that was the best.
Hold on. I got one more question about the fight though, because you being from Memphis, this is what I peeped. This is one thing I peeped. When Bizzy came back out after the whole little shit was over, he came back out, you know, apologized and shit. First thing I noticed, song came on, Country Black. He went straight over there, straight in that nigga face. You ain't peeping, you ain't peep-pie. Country Black was just, you know what I mean, just kind of taunting him and shit. Like, soon as he came back out, what you think about that?
I mean, that's how it is. And I know we was talking about that before, because the thing is like, really and truly, they stopped when he reacted the way that he reacted. And once you threw a bottle, and then two, you kind of like backed up after you threw that bottle or whatever. Now I'm really finna pull your whole card. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, I done sized you up. Oh, you was like, we ain't never got to this extent. You know what I'm saying? We throughout the years, you know, it never got to a point. And so now Country Black really, you know what I'm saying? He one of the niggas that he ain't no real like gangster type. He more of that man used to be he the robber. You get what I'm saying? Right. And so now the weakest link in the group finna fuck with you now. You know what I'm saying? Because like, we all on you because you really soft. I'm finna do all this. I'm finna dance in your face now.
You peeped it. Okay. I just want to know if you peeped it because I ain't seen too many
that's
people
what
talk
it is.
about
It's
that.
like that's the same thing that I was saying about when everybody was saying what people don't understand about Memphis is this. Memphis is the South, right? And people are used to the South having like Southern hospitality. Memphis is not hospitable.
Right.
You can't be in Memphis with that friendly shit. Like you might think, hello, how you doing? Hi, neighbor. You gonna get your ass robbed or something doing it. You can't, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Mean mugs and frowns. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be hi, you know what I'm saying? My demeanor when I go home, my demeanor has to change because one, I got these out of town tags or whatever the case may be. And if you run around, you being too friendly, unfortunately, you gonna get plucked. Like what a lot of people felt like, you know what I'm saying, what Lazy was doing was like something, oh, he's trying to keep the peace. Look at what happened when Bizzy came back out when they see, oh, you ain't standing on your square for real. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As soon as they see something, as soon as they see a crack in the foundation, they gonna go in.
Sure.
And so that's what I was saying about Lazy. Like y'all sitting up here thinking it's sweet that he's all under them and he's doing all of that. But he's doing this to guys that didn't come up in a friendly, they don't even understand it, like friendly shit. Like they don't like that.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? That's just me even telling. That's what a lot of people want to understand. And when I was saying, thinking I'm trying to promote violence, it's like, no, it's just something that's not respected. Exactly. You know, like the best way to get respect is let a motherfucker think you're dangerous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's
it's more so ain't gonna cut it in Memphis.
Keeping the peace. It's more so keeping the peace. Shit.
Yep. To keep the peace is just let a motherfucker think you dangerous or whatever the case may be and keep them away from so they won't run up on you. You know what I'm saying? Because if you give a Memphis nigga an inch, they taking a mile.
Right.
Yep. They're just dead on it.
I already know.
Yep. But I hope I answered your question.
Nah, I just want to know if you had people. Yeah, you asked my question.
Yeah, I just didn't pay. When you described it to me, what happened, there was just so much going on. But from you describing it to me, I could tell you the mindset behind it.
Hey, you go back and look at it. As soon as that motherfucker came on, he right over there, right in his face.
And then what happened now? See, at this point, Country them, he's still kind of mad, right? So now he playing like he dancing and doing all of that. One false move, he finna stick him. You know what I'm saying? That's how, like, you know, even the song, I'm finna tell you, that song, don't stand so close to me. Don't stand so close to me. Yeah. In Memphis, we could buck jump or get crunk or whatever, but when we doing it or whatever, you do that over here, and I'm gonna do it over here because even though we doing the same thing, we doing the same thing. If you come up on me doing it, I'm finna feel like, oh, you playing, you fucking with me because like what you doing. So Country Black really was doing one of those moves on him to where it's kind of like I'm taunting you, and really and truly I'm trying to see what you on. It's kind of pretty much sizing them up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I feel like I done had to give a Memphis lesson, guys.
Hey, because I already know how it is. So I know Memphis ain't too much different than Detroit. So
yeah, it's certain like it was a guy from Chicago when I was talking about, you know, the situation with 3-6 and Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Yeah.
He wanted to start telling us that's the reason why it's so bad in Memphis. That's the reason why Memphis on the first 48. My guy, you from Chicago. like it's certain cities like Chicago, Detroit, New Orleans, Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Once you get the name of them, you like, why would I be trying to make it seem like our city, like, you know, it's so peaceful and yours is so bad, and I know better. Like, I'm like, dude, don't even go there with me because you know Chicago is just as bad as Memphis is. So no, that's not what I'm saying. Both of them, these are bad cities, but you in Chicago trying to talk about what Memphis, how Memphis is so bad. You in Chicago saying that. I'm scared to go to Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I feel you.
And then like John Wesby said from Memphis, you could get your ass whooped in that pit too. That's the thing, like where we get the buck jumping or whatever, and once we do that, well, you know the rock stars they call it moshing or
Mosh pit.
whatever. When you get in there, you gotta. It ain't no telling. It ain't no telling how that shit gonna go down. So you just gotta be. You gotta be very careful. You gotta be mindful. So, Country Black, he was just in his going by what he knows. That's all. That's
Going
it.
for what he knows, for sure.
But it's funny that you were able to pick that out of it. You know what I'm saying?
That's the first thing I saw. That's the first thing I saw.
Yep, because that definitely was something. And then too, I'm gonna tell you, if you remember in the beginning, see niggas gotta watch what they say because they be thinking it's sweet, and you in a robber face, so you know he cutthroat and he don't care about nothing. He just watching you. You remember in the beginning when Lazy had said, Country, I'm gonna get you. He was playing. So he was like, I'm gonna get you, Country.
Yeah.
Crunchy, whatever the man name. I'm gonna get you, Crunchy. And then now, once he done seen a crack in the foundation, now he over there because Crunchy wasn't doing all that at first. He was over there.
That's what I'm saying.
In his face.
There.
Now he in their face. Yep.
Yeah, he was over there with them.
He probably like
that shit.
He probably like, come on, get me now, then. Now get me.
That motherfucker was over there gangster walk.
But moving past you got anything else about this fight? Because you love that fight scene, like.
Hey, that's it with the shit. No, that's about it for the fight, though. You know what I mean? I'm like I said, I'm just glad. You know, what I mean, it was a good look for hip hop that nobody got hurt. You know what I mean? It wasn't no real. You know, it was just a little scuffle. So, but yeah, that's it.
Now, who you think won the verses?
Well, you know, I'm biased anyway. I'm gonna say that, but with an unbiased look though, it was 3-6. You know what I'm saying? Like Bone got their hits. They got some hard hitters. You know what I'm saying? But it's only 5, 6. You know what I mean? A handful. You know what I mean? And a lot of their hits is just slow and melodic. You know what I mean? As far as like the energy and the features, it was 3-6 all day. I mean, once they brought out Wayne, it was a wrap. Like they
brought out Wayne, Ball, and G. Man, them folks brought out Lucius Lyons. By them folks weren't playing.
Hey, but I'm saying once they brought out Wayne though, that was the nail in the coffin. I mean, like, what other rapper in the world is bigger than Wayne that you can bring out besides maybe Jay-Z or Kanye?
Yeah, it ain't happening.
It's Wayne. That's it. You know what I mean? So, like, as far as the songs go, I would say they was pretty much even for the most part. Bone, it was just the energy. You know what I'm saying? But 3-6, like I said, they won with the features and they won with the energy. You know what I mean? For the most part to me. And, you know, all that singing and all that shit, it just brought the energy down. Then 3-6 had to bring it back up. Then here come these niggas with the Temptations. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
you know.
That was crazy. I'm gonna tell y'all
what you think? Who won? Because I remember you were saying you thought Bone was gonna win. I'm like, how you around with Bone and you from Memphis? So who you think? This is what I'm
gonna tell y'all. Even though I'm from Memphis, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I never was like huge on 3-6 other than, you know, when you in the club, of course, you finna listen to you some 3-6. But for me to be just 3-6 Mafia that wasn't my thing. I'm not listening to no 3-6 like that. And now Project Pat, I listen to him, but people fail to realize Project Pat is not a member of 3-6 Mafia. He hypnotized Camp Posse. He the Prophet Posse or whatever. Right. So the thing is I really didn't rock with 3-6 Mafia like that outside the club because 3-6 Mafia, they started with the horrorcore.
Right.
You know, so when, you know, I'm young, I'm listening to this and the Mystic Styles and all that.
Right.
That dark music, you know what I'm saying? It was just dark, and Lord Infamous used to scare the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? Man, may he rest in peace. Man, rest in peace, Cooster.
Yeah, for sure.
But you know what I'm saying? He used to scare the shit out of me and all this old kind of stuff. So I really couldn't get into it because it was like real. That there was some dark music from, you know, way back in the day before they just really blew up. You get what I'm saying? So now I really wasn't into 3-6 like that. And then to be honest with you, I like different sub genres of music. Like I like crunk, I like drill, you know, I like different sub genres of, you know, hip hop, but all at the same time is that I be wanting it to have some type of, you know, bars and stuff too, you know. So it's like I just don't rock with them like that. Now with Bone, they came with something, even though really and truly, and a lot of their beef had to do with the style that Bone has. 3-6 was already on it.
Right.
What it is Bone them perfected it. You get what I'm saying?
I would say they added something to it.
Yeah, they added something to it, and they also like of that. If you want to think about like the melodic rappers, like that's actually saying something or whatever the case may be, I feel like they're top tier in comparison to
as far as rapping.
others.
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So with Bone, when I'm listening to Bone, you get the flow. You know what I'm saying? You get the content. You get, you know what I'm saying, those classic hits, you know what I'm saying, that stand the test of time or whatever. So I listening to Bone, they were a little bit more exciting for me at the age that I was when I first fell in love with hip hop, because I fell in love with hip hop at a very young age. So I was still at that kind of whimsical age in my life, you know what I'm saying? And as I grew older, I appreciate them even more once I started understanding the things that they were saying. Because at first I was just, you know, we didn't know what the fuck Bizzy Bone was saying, you know what I'm saying, a lot of time. But it was just the whole flow and everything about it, right? So yeah, I do like, I feel like Bone Thugs and Harmony is one of the best groups ever, right? I did feel like they were gonna win. They should have won. Bone Thugs and Harmony playlist. I don't know who put that goddamn playlist together. Maybe Bizzy Bone did the play. Maybe Bizzy Bone had got mad at a space game or something like that, and they said, "Nigga, y'all don't let me do the goddamn playlist, bitch. I'm not coming." You know what I'm saying? And so they were like, "Bizzy, we gonna let you do the playlist," because they left first of the month, Creep It on the Come Up, all that. Like they was just leaving stuff. I was just like, where the hits? You know, they started playing stuff like from way back in they crate, like some of the stuff that I hadn't ever listened to or don't remember even hearing. And it had to be something from their first mixtape that only the people in Cleveland heard. You know what I'm saying? They started playing all of that or whatever. And I was just like, they missed the mark. They went and played Breakdown. You know what I'm saying? The type of energy that 3-6 was coming. Y'all finna play Mariah Carey. Y'all playing, you know, looking. These niggas talking about beating your ass, and you got romantic, and you talking about look into my eyes and tell me what it like. And I love that song, but you played it at the wrong damn time. You know what I'm saying? And so it seemed like they just had this list, and they was just gonna go off this list, and they didn't improvise as they were going and playing off of each other, whatever. So I don't know how they set the verses up, but it was times that they could have definitely been some competition. Like to me, they weren't really competition at all. You know, they tried to wing it with, you know, by the time we got to Thug Love and Notorious Thug, and you know what I'm saying, Thuggish Ruggish Bone or whatever, at that time they had lost their thunder.
It was pretty much a wrap, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying, at that point. And you know, like you said, it was more of an energy thing, because they got hits, they got songs. You know what I'm saying, they can rap. You know what I mean?
And then I'm gonna tell you something that's so funny, so crazy. I bullshit you not. John Wesby, this man just said they had the late night tilt playlist. Remember when we was talking amongst ourselves, and I had told you when Bone Thugs and Harmony had played that breakdown song, I had said 3-6 to they could have shut that down. Only thing they had to do is come with Late Night Tip.
Right.
Because Late Night Tip shutting down breakdown.
Right.
In my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Sure. So if every time 3-6 came with something, it was like they didn't have an answer for it, unfortunately. And I think it's because like they really too melodic. And that's the reason why they can't answer for it.
Yeah. That's pretty much that's what I think happened. Pretty much that's why I think they won. People were saying, people had a lot to say about the crowd too. I don't know if the crowd could have played the difference if it was somewhere else, but people were saying the crowd was more for Bone. I think maybe so, just because they like more people like Bone around the world. Around the country. You know what I mean? Especially probably in Cali.
And of course, his connection, their connections were easy. Right. So of course, and then to think that you're the crowd favorite and you still lose, like, come on, man. And then too, I really don't think the Verzuz was. I don't know why they did it in LA. Neither one of the groups. I guess most of the people in the groups now probably live out there or something or whatever.
Right.
And they had it in LA, but too. Somebody did make mention somewhere that what they probably, because of the sound issues that they be having, that they kind of do something to where they lower the crowd, the noise from the crowd, so you can hear the artist. But the thing is when 3-6 them, what I would have expected to see when 3-6 was performing, I was expecting to see some buck jumping or something. You didn't see nothing in that crowd. It don't matter who was performing. Only thing you seen with this here.
That's all you saw.
That's the only thing you seen. It was like, okay, we can't hear you, but are y'all down there moving? They just doing this.
So
everybody, the cameraman.
Right. So do you think if it would have been somewhere closer, like where people from Memphis and people from Cleveland, they real fans could have got there? Do you think that would have made a difference as far as the crowd?
Yeah, of course. Like, I mean, if they would have went to, I'm talking about, like they could have. If they would have went, I don't know why they go out. I don't know what they should have went on the East Coast. I mean, the West Coast at all. They should have kept it in either the South or the Midwest.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said either Atlanta, which 3-6 might have had the edge. I don't know, but maybe somewhere like St. Louis, it was kind of like in between.
Yeah, they had it somewhere like that.
Chicago, maybe.
Because the South fuck with Bone, and then the Midwest fuck with 3-6. So wherever they had it in the Midwest or the South, it wouldn't have really. I think both groups would have still got the same love, same amount of love, because they have a fan base in those areas.
Right, but I think that would have made the Verzuz like look better, like on TV, like the crowd like really into it, like motherfuckers who really fuck with them like that. You know what I mean? I think that would have made a difference.
I'm not pleased with the Verzuz format. I don't like this concert type of format. I was appreciating them. Man, bring back Teddy Riley, man, with the bad Wi-Fi. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that made it fun, where it made it more personable, where they just sitting up, they vibing, they in their own little environment or whatever the case may be, and just having a good time.
I agree.
I like that a little bit better. Now it's finna get real commercialized, and then while they trying to do this, they trying to expand, but Swiss Beats, Timbaland, Thriller, who's running it now, they need to upgrade their internet plan, because their Wi-Fi was going in and out. Project Pat had to go live. I was trying to understand why. I'm watching it and I get a notification that Project Pat is live. So I'm down in the comments on IG. I'm like, y'all, why is Project Pat live? Tony Barker, that man there was acting a fool. Him, Snoop, and some other people was acting a fool in the comments the whole time. We went back and forth over geography. We almost had one of them Pimp C Atlanta is not the South conversations, because he was like, it's
Memphis
in the
ain't the
South.
South.
Yeah, he was asking it. But anyway, I was wondering why Project Pat keep going live. And so then the IG thing started lagging. So I was like, let me see what Pat over there doing. Because I knew he was there because he had went live, right in the beginning. And I was able to see that he was backstage. So I'm like, okay, Pat in the building. So now when he went live, I'm like, let me go over here on his page, because he had a better view and everything than they did on IG. For real. I watched I watched the rest of it on Project Pat page until it just cut off on the regular Verzuz page.
Damn. That's great.
Yep. I definitely appreciated the tribute at the end. But before we jump into that, the cameos, they were really dope. I was glad to see Chameleon. I feel like he is slept on. The cameos were really dope. I think this Verzuz had the best cameos.
For sure. Hands down.
The best cameos. I wasn't expecting certain things. It seemed like Lil Jon wanted to run over there with 360 though. It seemed like he was just like,
he did. You know he wanted to run over there.
Yep. So that was dope.
Yeah. Who was your favorite one?
That was everything. I'm not gonna lie, I actually cried real tears at the end, at the tribute. Yeah. I had so many ranges of emotions. One time
I said when everybody came together for the We Are the World picture.
Yeah, that did something to me, because you know what? It's kind of making me emotional now, because it's like when you think about the one thing I like about us as Black people is, in general, we might be fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we understand each other. We know we fucked up. You get what I'm saying? That's just like that fight that happened or whatever. You got some of these Black people that talk down on other Black people and use a moment to let us know their Eurocentric views of us or whatever. But this is fucking hip hop. These niggas gonna talk shit to each other. They might fight each other. You might have to pull them apart. Let it be that. You see how they pull them apart. Yeah. They finish rapping, whatever. At the end of the night, shake it up, gone on home. You know what I'm saying? It's a problem when it gets to once they go outside and you get the shooting and all of that. That seeing that, it didn't trigger, seeing them about to fight, and if they would have fought or whatever, that wouldn't have triggered anything inside of me, because that's just what it is. Right. And family fight.
Yeah, for sure.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's like being able to experience those moments and seeing that, at the end of the day, we might fight, but we find some type of way to come back around, make peace with the situation, and love on each other again. And to see those pictures and see where a lot of those guys didn't live long enough to have those moments of reconciliation,
Damn.
and that hurt me, because it's so much talent, it's so many families that's broken, it's so much that their personal families have lost, and so much that we have lost. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people be like, you don't know them, they celebrities, they don't know you, or whatever the case may be. But these are people that we listen to that help get us through situations. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you. I definitely got the same kind of vibes. You know what I mean? I wasn't on that emotion, but
I'm a woman, so I'm about to cry.
I definitely got the same vibes though, because that was our era. You know what I mean? That's what the fuck we grew up with. You know what I mean? We grew up with 3-6 and Bone Thugs, and you know what I mean? Lord and Infamous. Like the whole scene with the Pac in the background, with the Nipsey, with the Dolph. You know what I mean? And then on top of the fact, the Eazy-E. That's how the whole shit all started. Like DJ Paul said, if it wasn't for Easy, probably none of them motherfuckers would be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like you said, just seeing that, the pictures in the background, Lauren Infamous and Koosta nigga not being able to be there, but they was the group. They 3-6 too. You know what I'm saying? They were there from the beginning too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And them not being able to be there, but seeing everybody come together at the end, then not only them, but you got Buck. You know, so you got Buck there, Baller G, Lil Jon, everybody on the stage. This our fucking childhood, our teenage years and all that
Right.
shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel you. I feel you for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
just
And
to see all this.
after the fight, you know what I'm saying? The niggas actually scrapped on the stage. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, and still came together, hugged it up, booing Bizzy. You know what I mean? All that type of shit. So yeah, it was definitely a great moment. Great moment in hip hop for sure.
It's a beautiful moment, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just I'm glad to see it. But if I keep talking, I am gonna
Yeah. Let's
end
move
up
on. Let's move on.
booing stuff. I'm trying to hold it, because yeah, I just wish, of course a lot of them didn't pass because of street violence or anything like that. But just to um just to see those images or whatever, and just know like the mass majority of them did, and
Yeah.
then it's a fight going on the stage and all of that, and sometimes people try to make it seem like, oh, we don't need to, as long as people are around people, there's going to be violence,
Yeah.
there's going to be
Yeah.
conflict,
That's hip hop.
there's going to
It's
be
hip hop is what it
chaos.
is. It's hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's competition.
that's not going to change, but
Right.
at the end of the day, it's just that that was one of the moments where I was like, you know what, man, I love my people, man. Cause I had went back home, and shit, I had went to a space game, and I don't really know the people, but my brother did. These people, I'm talking about, they done went to turning up, you know what I'm saying? I'm just sitting there, I don't know what's going on. Weapons getting drawn and everything. I'm just sitting there because we understand each other. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I'm
for
just
sure.
like, they gonna be all right. And
It's
then in
family.
a minute, guess what? They set they dumb ass right back down and
Right.
went to finish playing the game.
Yep.
Once they, got pulled apart good enough, and now they hugging and crying, and
Hugging and laughing and crying. Yep.
it's
Yep.
just
Just
what it
like
is.
shit. Just like last
Yep,
night.
exactly. So you got anything else you want to add, or something that you feel like we need to touch on?
There was something I was about to say, but I forgot. Shit. Oh, so as far as all the verses, where's this? Is this the best one? Is this your favorite one? Where do you rank it as far as best favorite? You know what I mean?
Actually, I'm so glad you asked this, because this is something that I had thought about asking and I forgot myself. Because I'm over here about to cry. I
See.
mean, Vincent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't watch so many of these
I know
verses, from
it been so many
R&B
though.
to
It been so many.
the producers to,
Right.
I don't watch. So no, I put it. I say this one was. I put it somewhere about a 7 or 8. The reason why is because Bone didn't play the songs that I was wanting to hear, and of course, I wasn't really. I'm not really impressed by a lot of 3-6 music, even though I'm from Memphis. Y'all heard that spiel, and then two, it was like, yeah, the brawl or whatever. That's exciting for kind of the internet, but I mean, I should see shit like that every day, so it's like nothing. It's just, when you see rappers doing it or celebrities doing it, you're
Right.
like, oh, they about to jack out here, but it's like,
Right.
really and truly, it wasn't as entertaining to me as other ones. Like, I was more so entertained when Teddy Riley and Babyface when the internet, that shit tripped me out. Like, that was probably my best. That was probably one of my best verses. But I put them about 6, 7, 8 somewhere up in there, because I'm putting R&B and producer battles and all that in there too.
Yeah.
Where you rank it?
Um, it wasn't the best. You know what I'm saying? I think of a few that was better. You know what I mean? But it was shit. It was up there probably in my top 5 favorite ones. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
I
So
would
you
say
got
that.
it in your top 5. I got it in my top 10.
I got it probably it's probably around 5, maybe even 6. I got 40 up there and the KRS and the, you know what I mean. So all of them was ahead of that, but it was nice, man. I had a good time. I enjoyed it. So you know what it was? It was hip hop. It was still at the
Yeah.
end of the day, it was hip hop. It was a scrap. It was strippers. It was gangster rap. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
That
I
was
loved
that
it.
was lit.
I
That
loved it.
was
You know
that
what I
was
mean?
it. I enjoyed that. I like Juicy J was running
Yeah.
around with that duffel bag
With that
throwing money
motherfucking
or
bag.
whatever.
You know what I mean? That's hip hop. You know what I
That's
mean?
what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. It's one more comment. John Wesby said my top five. Okay, indeed.
For sure.
But
For sure.
anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for joining us tonight for another episode of Destiny Asia You Can't Whoop Me edition.
For sure. For sure.
Make
For
sure
sure.
that you have liked the page. Make sure that you have liked the video. Make sure that you share the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Because guess what? Your girl just reached 1,000 views on her
That's
first
what's up.
video today. But I need my
That's what's up.
subscribers to go up so we can
Mm-hmm.
skyrocket this thing or whatever the case may be. Because when I kick this motherfucking dough in, I
Mm-hmm.
promise it's up. It's up.
We in there.
It's
We in
up.
there. We in there. You already know.
Yes,
We on the
indeed.
way. Yep.
So
Appreciate you. Appreciate you for having me.
oh, you welcome. No problem. Thanks for joining me. I'm
Yep.
about to thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm about to tune out. Y'all have a good one.
I hope you black men were paying attention. I hope you black men were paying attention.